Alright everybody, how are we? Let's just bring you up to speed, no pun intended. Okay, so today's massive. Today is my comeback run. I've had over 2 weeks off and I've been eating like an absolute arsehole. We've all been there, we've all done it. Bit of self-sabotage when we have some disappointment in life. And my disappointment was, nothing on the grand scheme of things, but I wanted to run the 2025 Townsville Marathon. I couldn't get a ticket. I was a week out. I was ready, mentally, certainly not physically, but mentally, and I got let down. I let myself down. I didn't prepare. So, I'd been playing around with some 10Ks, some 15Ks, nothing longer than that. And basically for the last couple of weeks, I have put off running and I've put off my diet, and I've probably put on about 3 or 4 kg worth of weight. And that's super disappointing because I was lean, mean, and fucking keen for a sub-4 marathon. Now, I'm not giving up, and I'm getting out there today, and I'm going to give it my all. I'm going to get out there. I feel heavy. I feel like a fucking blimp. Excuse my language, but today's just another day. But for me and this particular goal, which, I've said it before and I'll say it again, when I've got a goal, I cannot go a single day without thinking about it. So to think that I've had over 2 weeks worth of thinking about this thing every single day, but putting it off, it's ruining me mentally. So today's big. I'm getting out there. I'm not going to take anything with me. I've got some chewing gum. I've got my Alpha Flies on. I need a bit of extra kick, a bit of extra speed when and where I can get it. And I'm just going to get out there. I'm going to do 10Ks, and I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to push myself. I'm going to try and go for a sub-50 10K. I feel heavy, but the shoes feel light. So we'll see how we go. I'm going to get back here. I will recap the run, and then we move on. I will be honest, I've been working 6 days a week for the last couple of weeks, but my health and my fitness has been sacrificed. So those are my excuses, and my excuses alone. I'll see you when I get back. 10Ks on the streets. I'm going to listen to some beats. I'm going to listen to some music, give myself the pleasure, the boost of some beats, and we'll see how we go. See you soon. Alright guys, I didn't want to speak too soon, but I've passed 5Ks. Sitting at 5.15, 22:40. That's on track for a PB. After all the shit that I just said before, if I can keep this up and even go a little bit slower, I'm on track for a fucking all-time PB. What the hell? I'll tell you what that is. That's running angry, bro. Let's go. All right, it's time to turn around. 6.63 kilometers, 29:29. What do we got? 3.35 Ks to go. I'm just going to try and do my absolute best to hold on. And if I can go at 5 minutes per K, then I'll get under 45 minutes, which is like a 2-minute all-time PB. But anything under 50, I'll be happy. So I think today's looking pretty good. My mistake. My maths failed me. I might be able to get a 46. All right, 1K. 1.08 Ks to go. I've got absolutely nothing. Nothing left. Fuck. This is an absolute killer. Passing 9Ks, 40 minutes, 36 seconds. Let's go. 450. Fuck. Oh my god. Come on, bro. I feel sick. 400.
Come on. Come on. This is hell. 350. Count it down. Oh, I am fucking done. Most tired I've been. 300. Stride it out, holy shit. Oh, come on. $220. Oh, fuck. Come on, bro. $150. Ah. $100. Come on. $60. Ah. $40. Ah. Fuck. Oh my god. Come over. You got no idea. The relief, the pride, the satisfaction of a sub 45 10k. All I wanted was a sub 50. It's a PB. And we did it at 96 kgs in 2 weeks without running. Fuck. Fuck. It's going to be a slow and steady walk back home. Oh, and the other thing, don't know if you can tell, for the last 4.5 Ks, the last 4 Ks, sorry, 3.6, it felt like 5, I had this fucking headwind. And I tell you what, if there's one thing that can throw you off a PB pace, it's a good headwind. But we dealt with it, we pushed through, and now it's time to look at the stats. Alright guys, so I'll just make a quick recap before I get home. I'm taking it slow. I'm taking it very, very slow on the way home. So I don't know what it was. As I was making the video prior to leaving the house, you know, I put these shoes on. I hadn't worn these shoes, these ones, in quite some time, and they do feel good. They feel bouncy, they feel springy, and they made me feel light on my feet just as I was standing there before I left the house. And I thought, fuck man, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna get out there. I'm not gonna try and ease my way into it. I'm gonna get out, I'm gonna go at a pace of under 5 minutes per K and try and just maintain it. And not only did I do that, but I went out and I hit, you know, a 4:30, and then I was cruising along at a 4:20, and I was like, how fucking long am I going to be able to sustain this? And I got through 5Ks in like 22 minutes, which is pretty much a 5K PB. But having looked at my Strava, it's actually my second fastest official 5K. And then I got to 6, I got to 7 and I was struggling. Got to 8, I was really struggling. Got to 9 and I thought I have absolutely nothing left. Got to 9.5 Ks and thought I'm about to be sick. But I didn't. I wasn't sick. I pushed through. And after the 2 weeks I've had, physically and mentally, to have done that. I'm not going to say it's completely turned things around for me, but I am feeling a hell of a lot better than I did this morning. So my pace was, my final time was 44:48 for the 10K, and that is officially a PB. So what I'm going to do is head home, make an outro clip running through the stats, running through my best efforts, and running through what the plan is moving forward. So I'll see you there. Right, I'm back officially from my comeback run. The run of all runs, the run to draw the line of all lines in the sand and get us back on track. We most certainly did that. I was bouncing around right here about an hour and a half ago, thinking, look, it's been 2 weeks, but it's only 2 weeks. You could look at it one of two ways. Either 2 weeks is 2 weeks too long, 2 weeks is 2 weeks of losing fitness, or 2 weeks is 2 weeks of actually replenishing all that glycogen in my system, replenishing, repairing any little injuries or niggles I've had. And 2 weeks is 2 weeks of recovery and preparation for a 10K PB. And I decided to go with the latter. So officially, 10Ks, 44:48, averaging 4:29 per K, heart rate averaging 163 beats per minute, and it was sitting at 170 for a considerable period of time there. I hit my second fastest 5K, 21:57, my second fastest 2 mile in 13:54, and my fastest ever 10K, 45:08. 45:08? Okay, 45:08. No, that's right. I did stop to go for a piss. It must have taken about 15 seconds. So 10Ks in 45:08, averaging 4:31 per K. 4:31 per K. Splits, 4:37, 4:24, 4:16, 4:18, 4:31, 4:30, 4:36, 4:41, 4:46. I was just hanging on, and we finished the final K in 4:11 with a heart rate of 175 beats per minute. I could not have kept that up for much longer. I don't think. So I pretty much pushed it to the limit. And I pushed it to a 10K PB, and I couldn't be happier with that. So as far as turning things around as quickly as humanly possible, I think I've done that. What has to happen now is I need to stay consistent. So I don't necessarily need to go for a run tomorrow, but I need to go for a run the next day. So moving forward, I don't want to leave it any longer than 2 days between runs. And if I continue to do that, and continue to build out the distances, I'll hit a 20, I'll hit a 30, and then I'll go for the marathon. So I wouldn't be surprised if I stay consistent from here on out, I don't go for the marathon within 3 weeks. So, I don't want to extend this any longer than I have to. I want a base level of fitness. I want to be able to go and run a marathon in under 4 hours pretty much whenever I want to. And this goal in this video series was all about getting myself to that point. But I don't want to take forever. So let's do it. I'll see you in the next one.